watch me like they watch the news. We don't do no talking, we know what they do for the views. If I took a loss, no, I got it all back. They just wanna talk, so we gonna talk facts. Got it out the mud, got it out the mud. Really on the blood, really on the blood. Yeah, they know it's up, yeah, they know it's up. It's big froze, big froze. Big froze, big froze. Now that you see it, they watch me like they watch the news. We don't do no talking, we know what they do for the views. If I took a loss, no, I got it all back. They just wanna talk, so we gonna talk facts. Got it out the mud, got it out the mud. Really on the blood, really on the blood. Yeah, they know it's up, yeah, they know it's up. It's big froze, big froze. Big froze, big froze. Now that you see it, they watch me like they watch the news. We don't do no talking, we know what they do for the views. If I took a loss, no, I got it all back. They just wanna talk, so we gonna talk facts. Got it out the mud, got it out the mud. Really on the blood, really on the blood. Yeah, they know it's up, yeah, they know it's up.
Frozy, welcome back to the channel, man. Happy to see y'all. Hopefully y'all happy to see me. Beautiful Sunday, beautiful Sunday. Well, not so much. We're getting a lot of rain around the way, but we got battle rap to talk about. So let's talk about it. Bags and Bodies pay-per-view went down yesterday. Full intergender card. Yeah. And, you know, I'll be the first to tell you. Well, I think I said it in a live before. You know, full intergender cards aren't my favorite type of events. But nevertheless, you know, when you look at all the battle rappers that were on there individually in their own right, have great status, are highly respected in the game. So, you know, even if I don't like full intergender cards, the card was pretty much set up solid. All the matchups were set up solid. Obviously, Av and Shayna didn't go down. I mean, I've seen a few videos about it, but I really don't know why that didn't go down outside of a Shayna issue, which was unfortunate. I thought the card really could have used that matchup. I'm not gonna lie. One of my matchups that I was keyed in on, that I was very excited about. Also, you know, according to the culture, both of them beat me. No Diddy. Oh, shit. Frozenberg Raw wanted them both to choke. Frozenberg wanted them to have a classic. Right? Rosenberg Raw wanted them both to choke. Froze wanted to see a classic. So the Battle of Rose wanted to see some bullshit. Little revenge. That's corny. I mean, I know. Well, at least I ain't lie to y'all. At least I didn't lie to y'all. One night stand, though, it went down. Eon and Gorilla Monsoon started the night off. I'm really not up on him. I'm not going to lie. You know, was really my first time seeing him live. You know, I've seen him in some spaces. I've seen him arguing with a few battle rappers, you know, here and there, but this was my first time getting to check him out, and I thought he was solid, you know, not gonna lie. Hold on one second, y'all. Yeah, I thought he was solid. Eon, Bags and Bodies, I've seen her a bunch of times. You know, it was a solid battle to start the night off, but production wasn't really good early. The stream was choppy. And, you know, sometimes what I will say is, you know, sometimes I always see, yo, did anybody stream freeze? And then, you know, you'll see a bunch of people, my stream fine. Well, I felt like on the timeline, everybody was having the same issue. You know, So this wasn't one of those times, you know what I mean? It was choppy. I didn't know Avo wasn't doing it up until then, right? And even, you know, well, actually, I'll get to that battle. You know, but I had Eon winning that battle. I'm not gonna lie to you. For what it was okay. Start off battle. You know, I just felt like Eon was winning. Wasn't really a big fan of what Gorilla Monsoon was doing. Won't write him off. Just, you know, that wasn't a good first impression for me. You know what I mean? But they started the night off. Production wasn't good. Mics wasn't good. Battle was okay. What up, Marshall? I see you. Shout out to everybody in the chat. My fault. I didn't even get to, you know. You know what? For everybody just pulling up, I'll do this for y'all real quick. Let's spin that one more time. I'll spin my shit. Don't do no talking. We know what they do for the viewers. If I took a loss, no, I got it all back. They just wanna talk, so we gonna talk facts. Got it out the mud, got it out the mud. Really on the blood, really on the blood. Yeah, they know what's up, yeah, they know what's up. You know, you know, for anybody who needs to see that. But they started the night off. Eon, Gorilla. Yeah, it was okay. It was okay, bros. But bros thought Gorilla had a really good first round. He said he felt like he left the back door open for her. That's what bros felt. He felt like for Gorilla. So shout out to bros. Hit a little love. You want to come in and tap him real quick? Twork, Suge, and E Hart. Now, you know, I'm gonna be honest. I thought this battle had very high potential. I thought the battle had a lot of good moments. You know, Suge, what's funny was, I believe it was Suge's second super short, arguably his best material. Arguably. His shortest round, his weakest round far as quantity. Right? Sometimes I get so frustrated with Suge. You know, I you could tell the back door is crazy. You could tell you know, you could tell battle rappers don't have the same incentive or the same want to be overly prepped and prepared. All of them don't do it anymore. It's not fun anymore. It appears. It seems like it's more difficult to have 3 complete rounds. It's tough. It's tougher than it used to be. Shit used to be a lot more fun around here. But now, you know, we're settling for, you know, a good 2.5 rounds with a choke. And at this point, I'm questioning, like, is this what it is now? You know, is this what it's going to be moving forward? Is having a full 3, everybody having a full 3, is that becoming a rarity? You know, because you can see sometimes a choke isn't necessarily, you know, chokes you forget your bars, but sometimes when you shorten any of these rounds, it's like, oh, either he forgot his shit or he just didn't write that much. You know, and I remember the days where standard battle rap was 2:30 with a 30-second grace period. You know what I mean? Zeke Fraley. I don't have to cut anything. And I damn sure don't have to talk about what you tell me to talk about when you want me to talk about it. So if you don't want to wait for me to go in order to get to Hitman and ms.hustle, don't let the fucking door hit you in the ass, gangy. Respectfully, Zeke. Respectfully. Well, I don't want to speed it up a little bit, bros, and I damn sure don't want you defending him when he's telling me what I need to do. Cut the bullshit, Froze. Who won? That's Backdoor Bros. New name, Backdoor Bros. That's crazy, but Backdoor Bros. You ridiculous, bro. I love it though. Bros always come up with these freaky ass names, man. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm getting there, Zeke. I'm getting there, Zeke. You relax. Don't tell me to relax in my shit. I know it's all love. Don't tell me to relax in my shit. Not one of them.
We don't do no talking, we know what they do for the views. If I took a loss, no, I got it all back. They just wanna talk, so we gonna talk facts.
Don't tell me to relax in my building.
Got it out the mud, got it out the mud.
Bro, it's a dispensary.
You just got mad at Main Man for telling you to hurry up and get the Hitman and Hustle, and you talk about bros.
Don't, you know. Y'all got it effed up around here, man. Y'all see DNA Tooth attacking me? Y'all see him trying to cause an issue between me and Bags and Bodies? Did y'all see that? Now, the crazy thing about this is he's had my old Twitter blocked and my new Twitter blocked. My old Twitter got snubbed. Go to Twitter right now. I am froze. Hit the follow button. Did you see him? He woke up in April and said, I want to start dick eating froze. Shit was corny. And then, side note, I wake up this morning and I see he has a recorded conversation, which is public, between me and Easy the Block Captain. So Easy, somebody that I talk to personally often, we have unfiltered conversations, thought that it was thorough to call me while he was on live and not tell me he was live. So we are at the we're at this point, we're at the E-Heart and the E-Heart and Suge part of the event. And I tell him so far this event fucking sucks. Looks like they cut costs. I don't like the commentating. I didn't like the face-offs last night. And I don't like the production or the audio. They don't have the best commentators, and I'm not even saying us. No disrespect. They don't have the best cameramen. Right? When did he tell me we was live? They say he told me he was live. I was watching. I did not hear that. I mean, clearly, I told bros today, I'm like, nah, he never told me he was live. So if he told me we was live, I definitely didn't hear that part. Oh, he said I was there, Froze. He said he was live, so be careful what you say. Definitely didn't hear him there, so he had to say that when I was talking. So apologize to Easy. I was ready going on you, but I stand corrected. We got to be able to do that around here too, y'all. Be wrong and be okay with it. Easy, I missed that part. And I was mad at you until they just told me that you told me that. So my apologies, good brother. My apologies. So I didn't hear that part. So I'm unfiltered. I'll be honest with you. Some of our conversations off camera, they're different than they would be on camera. That's PR. And that's just being, a little bit respectful to whoever, even if you feel like something fucking sucks. Right? And I felt like the event fucking sucked. Going into the E-Heart and going into Vixen and Twork, because we were talking after the Suge and Heart battle. But I don't give a fuck. Well, I'm not apologizing for feeling like One Night Stand fucking sucked before they got to the co-main and into the main event. Right? I'm professional, though. It's not about stand on what you say. Stop dicking. It's about professionalism. It's about actually having a little bit of respect and not wanting to, like, I can say something sucks without saying, yo, it sucks. Right? That's just putting a little bit of respect on it. If we was live and I knew we was live, I would have been like, you know, I ain't really feeling this shit right now. Audio's not that good. They probably could have went with a, you know, better cameraman, XYZ. That's just having a little bit of class. It's just having a little bit of class. First battle didn't start the night off well for me. Integrity. Perfect word, Nate. Perfect word. But to be fair, the co-main event and the main event saved the night. It did. And I think I said that on the live. I think I said that to Easy. Like, listen, right now, I need, and I even tweeted it, I need Hitman and ms.hustle to deliver here. You know, I mean, the cameraman missing good shots that we need during the twerk. He had one job. And one job. And I don't understand why, as, you know, and this ain't just a bags and bodies issue. Happens all the time. I don't understand why we go away from what works. Right? Why do we go away from what works? Like for me, when I'm shopping, I know, you know, the OxyClean clothes detergent works.
OxyClean might have been on sale that day.
No, I understand that, bros. But what I'm not gonna do is go and get the Gain because it's 30% off, and that shit break me out on a rash. Maybe my kids get a rash, or it just don't fight the stains as good as the Oxy. So I'm going to always go with the Oxy because I know the Oxy works. Now,
Oxy want the 4-piece.
well, no, we're not talking about Oxy Raisin.
Oxy want the 1.5.
Yeah, okay, so again, all I'm saying is,
How fucking hard is it to fit in there and do this? How hard is it to fit in there?
Like, isn't that fucking hard?
Just do this.
Just do this, bro. Cameraman, that's all you got to do.
When the people are rapping,
Yeah.
you just stand there.
You stand there and do this. That's all you got to do.
All you gotta do.
Vixen, bend over you.
Yeah.
Vixen, bend over you. You got one job, dog. You got one job. And you fucking it up. So for me, when I look at the card and I know it's an intergender card, I know at that point it's a budget decreaser. Right? We cutting costs here. So if we're cutting costs, I want production to be A1. Right? I want the mics to be A1. I want all that shit to be cool because I already know we cutting costs with the matchups. Right? Respectfully.
You ain't get none of your tattoos done in the tattoo shop.
Yes, I did. All my tattoos came from a tattoo shop. Went down to Atlantic City. My tattoos sucked though. I was 13 when I got my tattoos. All my tattoos are halfway done. I couldn't take the pain.
My point is, I'm going to my homie. Down there on 5th Street. I'll pull up at his crib.
I don't think you can compare my business ethics when I was 13 to when I was, you know, of age or whatever the case may be. No, I understand it, bros. I understand it. I just felt like the event was a cut cost event and it showed. It came off that way. Came off that way. You got the fucking cameraman watching the battles instead of shooting them. Right? Swamp was trying to do commentary. You know, he said, you know, Babs, they were trying. You know. But again, it's not the first half that matters. It's the second half that's the most important. Right? You can't win in the first half, but you can lose it. You can lose it. Right? So, ooh, got hot in this motherfucker. They got me fired up in here. I start sweating. I'm retarded. I'm a hothead. I'm gonna punch one of these niggas as hard as I physically can one of these days, bros. I'm gonna knock him the fuck out. I swear to God. You know, DNA 2 said, if you're scared of Hitman, just say that. Look, DNA, hey, you're scared of everybody, DNA 2. You talk about everybody behind a fucking puppet. Talk about if you scared of you're scared of me. You're scared of everybody. You shitting me? That's why we go away. That's why I be telling y'all I'm gonna get active and then I go away again. I hate this shit, y'all. It's not DNA 2 fault. It's the fact that somebody like that, and I don't want to name them, but there's like 4 other bloggers who all day just glaze and work their throats out, and they got an audience. And they got an audience. And people listen to them. It's fucked up. This culture is so bad. It's so bad, and I love it. Sometimes I hate that I love it. Right? Sometimes I hate that I love it. I was gonna get on here and tell Easy I'm beating him the fuck up when I saw him. And I was wrong. I was wrong. You kidding me? That's what I was how dare you fucking record me without telling me? I swear to God on my kids, I did not hear him tell me we was live.
What I said to you before you said that.
Could you confirm that? I said no. But I don't remember him saying it. Nah, it's a great point, bros. That's why I love the Frozone. They got me right. Hold on, Froze. Hold on for you. You know you got a battle on his league in 3 weeks. I was ready to send deposit back and everything, y'all. It was ready to be back the fuck up. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I was steaming when I saw that shit. I owe him an apology. I'm gonna call him and tell him I'm sorry too when I get off here. That's what a man do.
Just listen to bros. Don't tweet. Don't say nothing ever.
If your friends won't tell you, Frozy will. What's up, Wes? Hey man, hey Wiz, everybody drop a ice or a frozen emoji in the chat for Wiz. You know, he had I believe heart surgery recently. And I know he's still dealing with recovery. That's my guy. Yeah, Wiz. Yeah, that's my guy. Shout out to Wiz. My bad, Zeke. I'm trying.
Hey, Wiz. Get you one of these salutes, my guy.
Shout out to Wiz, man. That's my guy. He's been one of our members from the RIP. You know, he's one of our mods. I talked to him outside of this. He's a good dude. You know, shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. So
cut open the main organ. That's
yeah, you know, but I tell you what though, you know what type of soldier you got to be that somebody cut open and do surgery on your heart and you don't check? You know what I'm saying? First of all, listen, if something wrong with my heart, I'm dying. And you ain't cutting me open and touching my shit. I ain't gonna be honest with you. I feel like there ain't no coming back from that. Wiz was a dog. You know, he went and took his surgery like a man, and speedy recovery.
All them vets that we bet, he paid them before the surgery.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
tough, because somebody like me, man, I just had open heart surgery. You catch me when you catch me.
Yeah. Shout out to Wiz. Shout out to Wiz. But not easy. I owe you an apology. I am sorry I did not hear you say that. And you know, I'd like to think you wouldn't do me like that. So appreciate you guys for being on top of that and letting me know what was up. Listen, Twork versus Vixen was ready to be battle of the year. Heavy on the ready. It was ready to. Yeah, look, I was ready to crash. I was ready to crash. I swear to God, I slow walked it because that was the last chance I was given. Yo, he recorded me without telling me. I knew y'all would have known. Hey, it was either y'all was gonna say, yeah, that's crazy, or nah, Froze, he did tell you. And according to y'all, he did tell me. I know y'all wouldn't lie to me. He knows I would never do nothing like that to him. Would never record easy. Especially I know the way we talk. I mean, fly on the wall. That's the way we talk. That's a little bit of piece of it. Mind you, even though he told me, yo, we live, I didn't hear him. So that's unfiltered. You know, and I stand on everything I said. Everything I said. And I'm sorry if it offended anybody. That's the way I felt, and I stand on it. And I support Frozen's message. Rosenberg supports Frozen's message. Nah, I didn't hear it. If you peep, he flips that he had texted me and he said, yo, your phone off. So when I picked the phone up, I was talking. I made a joke. I'm like, yo, what you mean your phone off? What you mean, yo, is your phone off? What I look like, Sco? So y'all must have not have heard that because he was talking, telling me that we was live. I called him in response to a text message he sent me. So as soon as he picked the phone up, I started talking shit. So if he started the conversation like that, that was the disconnect. Yeah. So I didn't hear him because he was telling me, yes, I was talking as soon as I entered the phone. Nah, it's on his members only, no promo. Nah, so that's what I said, Jose. I picked the phone up like, what you mean my phone off? I ain't Sco. So he was talking at the same time I was talking. So I missed the we're live part. So you got a little bit of unfiltered froze there. But remember, be clear here. That was before Twork and Vixen. So at that point, I stand on it. The event was it was ass to me from a totality standpoint. But Vixen and Twork, now I was worried about Twork for this battle. I was. Your friends won't tell you, Frozy, well, Twork got a lot of work coming up. Right? Twork he's on every card. He's on every card.
Froze, I don't know how you concentrate with that fat ass just jiggling.
In your face? You talking about Vixen?
I just don't know how you concentrate.
You know, Vixen.
Remember my bars.
Vixen tried to put a spell on my guy.
Yeah.
She tried to get him in a trance.
Yeah.
And she knows. Yeah. If you know Twork, you know he's a horn dog. Yeah, you went out.
Rap name is Twork.
You went out to the club with him. Now I will not disclose any stories you told me.
Me neither. But I will tell you what.
Twork like that.
There's stories to be told.
Twork like that. That's all I'm gonna say.
Stories to be told.
That's all I'm gonna say. In Philly. Nah, we wasn't in his hometown. He was in our hometown, carrying it.
Yeah.
I said, yo, this shit unbelievable. This motherfucker's really a celebrity. Yeah, this motherfucker's really a celebrity. Like, he really ball. You know what I mean? So Twork and Bros went out, and he, you know.
What's the big Henny, Joel?
The big Henny.
Like the biggest Henny you could get. I forgot how many liters or whatever it is.
I don't drink, you know, I ain't a good person.
I mean, went out with the big Henny.
Right.
To the point where you so drunk, now y'all just passing it around. And ain't no more cups. Everybody in the mouth.
Everybody kissing it. Everybody kissing the bottle. Y'all some nasty niggas. Everybody kissing the bottles. They so drunk. Everybody ain't even pouring no more. They just flipping it, passing it. The big Henny. They hitting the Henny like it's a blunt. That's like time Twork be having y'all on. I love Twork, man. I really do. You know, that battle was really, really on pace. Now, I don't know if anybody else had this problem. Bro, the fucking Twork's cooking. The stream goes out, and it returns, and he's choking.
In the second.
It's almost like the stream going out fucked him up. I know there's no correlation there, but that's how I felt. I'm like, yo, come on, man. He was cool. He was cool before the stream went out. I'm telling you, I blanked the cameraman. I'm like, yo, see, man, let's see if they would have had avocado, Twork with the joke. I'm getting famo like that in my feelings. You shitting me? In the battle, first of all, y'all, we got to stop leaving Vixen out of the top 5 conversations. All right. We always go to the Jazzes, the ms.hustles, rightfully so. No, I mean, they some dangerous fucking ladies. All right.
I don't think we don't put her in 5. I just think we stop at 3.
Well, I just think that performances like the one she had last night was a fucking reminder. I'll do you one better. I love her to death. I'm actually more of a fan than her than any of these girls I'm about to name. We'll even incorporate 40 over her with all her recent woes before we get to Vixen. That stops today. That stops today. In 2025, Vixen the Assassin is over a 40 bars right now. All time, she's there too.
Because that's what it made it seem like you just said.
All time, she's there too, but in real time, she's there too. Now, if you make me go all time, bro, stop interrupting my life.
I don't think you said anything extravagant to say Vixen is above 40.
What I'm telling you is I see a lot of people go around Vixen to talk about officials, to talk about 40s. And okay, I'm here for it. But I'm saying though, Vixen, she gets in a bag for when she hits that Vixen. It's not just it's not our live and you're not on cam. No, it's not. It's my live. You're interrupting it and I'm allowing it.
Oh,
Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna have a hold on, y'all. I ain't going nowhere, y'all. No, I ain't going nowhere, y'all.
Big froze, big froze. Big froze, big froze. Now that you see it, they watch me like they watch the news. We don't do no talking, we know what they do.
Stop interrupting my fucking life.
If I took a loss, no, I got it all back. They just wanna talk, so we gonna talk facts. Got it out the mud, got it out the mud. Really on the blood, really on the blood. Yeah, they know what's up, yeah, they know what's up.
Move some furniture around here real quick, y'all. I had to yoke bros up real quick. 300 people and 2 likes. I'm shutting this shit down. Hold on, I'm out. I'll holler at y'all. That's 2 likes. Y'all disrespect me? Y'all disrespecting me? Damn, I ain't even asked for a super chat. I can't get a like. I thought we was better than that. Damn.
Yeah, but I think it's safe to say Vixen over 40 in 2025. But all time, are you willing to say that she bumped her all time? Okay.
I don't know.
Like you were saying.
I don't know. I might be right. I might be there. I might be there. This is what I'll say. I reserve the right to wait for 40's Geechee performance. I reserve the right.
Could I say this? Could I say this? Could I say Hustle's clearly number 1?
Well, Miss Hustle is number 1, and I am done putting Jazz over her. I'm done with it. Jazz, you were number 2. You're number 2, Jazz.
You might be number 1 most liked.
If you, no, but most liked. She's on surf level liked.
Yeah, you might be number 1 most liked.
Hold on. I like you more than I like Miss Hustle. Let's be clear. A lot more. But Miss Hustle is the best female ever. It's not close, y'all.
Can I say this?
It's her. It is close. It is close. But the only problem is the only girl that I've seen on a nasty run like that was as, and she dogged official. And she dogged her.
Can I say this? An official dog Jazz.
An official dog, yeah. I still got Jazz over official though.
Is it fair to put Hustle in the top 10 of battle rap of all time?
Hold on, you tried it. Hold on. I got yes. Miss Hustle can be in top 10 all time, genderless.
Okay.
You tried it 215. How can you give her that when she's got ghostwriting allegations? First of all the girls have had them. Most of them. If your friends won't tell you, Frozy will. Now do this for me. You tried it. Because you tried it. Go get me some proof. Give me some real concrete proof. Find it for me and then send it to me and then I'll address it. All right? That's the problem here. We always spreading little corny ass goofy rumors. And if you spread them long enough, there's enough goofies in this fucking culture to where some truth becomes to it and it might be a lie. I'm so tired of that shit.
There's ghostwriter allegations on dudes.
There's ghostwriter allegations on dudes. I know some of them too. All right? So just go get me some proof. Get the facts and come back and talk to me about that. Other than that, Miss Hustle write her own shit. If your friends won't tell you, Frozy will. Listen, Main Street Zell 87. No, she's not. Jazz is number 1. It's not even close. If you want to eat Jazz ass, just say it. Just say that. Saying it ain't even close is hilarious. You know what? Guess what, y'all? Bros write all my raps.
Nate know it. You know it.
He been telling y'all, you got me. You got me. You got me. Bro's been writing my shit.
You don't want to check my notes on my phone.
You don't want to see it. Matter of fact, I started losing when I cut him off.
You know what? That's a fact. Our first 9 back, we was undefeated.
Undefeated.
Our first 9 battles back, undefeated.
Because he was writing it. I'm not sleeping on coffee. I love coffee. I love coffee. Slick, that's fair. He said enough people have said they wrote for her to raise an eye. All I'm asking for is some concrete proof. That's all I'm asking for. That's all I'm asking for. Kobe, before you get out of here, eat a dick. How about that? Koba, before you leave, eat a dick. That's what I want you to do before you leave. I'm out of here. Froze became a goofy. Before you leave, eat a dick. That's what I want you to do. Respectfully. Now, I want to see Miss Hustle versus Jazz again, y'all. I want to see Miss Hustle versus Jazz again. I'd love a piece of that. All I'm saying is, we got to put a little bit more respect on Vixen's name. That's the only point I was trying to make. That's, I've heard all the allegations. I've heard. All I'm saying is, I haven't seen any concrete proof to put that smut on her name and have it stand. I'm celebrating. Ruin your day. Shout out to Avocado, my favorite white person in the world, outside of my mother.
I love my mom.
I love my mom a lot.
I love my mom. I like Avo.
I like Avo a little better. I love my mom now. Yeah. Take the dick to go in a doggy bag before you leave. Take the dick to go on a doggy, but take it to go dick before you leave. You goofy. Fuck you talk about. I don't want nobody to rock with Froze that don't want to rock with Froze. I'm done. That's how I'm carrying it now. That's how I'm carrying it now. A lot of respect for Twork. A lot of respect for Vixen. Bro, so some bullshit. I already know. What are you in the freezer looking for glizzies? You ain't got nothing. You eat them all. That's how you. He went in this freezer, y'all. And looked for a frozen hot dog, and there wasn't none, and he was astounded. Like he expected him to be in there. That's how much hot dogs he really eat.
Bro.
Hey, before you leave, on the house, no charge. Take a Kambasi with you, you dick rider. You shitting me? Now this is Bro's Refrigerator, y'all, not mine. Be clear. It's turkey, no pork. No pork. Shitting me. I hope he still was in here and got to see me send him off that way. I'm tired of y'all, man. Tired of y'all. Bros always want to talk about PR and this. Y'all don't respect that shit. Y'all don't respect that shit. Y'all don't care about that shit. Bros, I'm going to say that shit when we get to the next level. But why the fuck I'm here? I'm going to defend myself a little bit. Y'all ain't just going to bully me. Now, thick. Shout out to Avo. I wish he was doing that yesterday. Wish he was doing the card yesterday. But I do believe he'll be in Houston with us at the Apollo card in just a week. Daylight versus Rum Nitty. If your friends won't tell you, Frozy will. All right. So I do believe Avocado will be working that card. I do expect it to run a lot more smoother. Just throwing that out there, but we'll see. I'm never not doing an event with Avo. I know it's going to work. I know he's going to do his job, and I know it's going to run smoothly. Never not doing it. And I think other battle rap leagues should consider. But yeah, the back to the battle. The string goes out, comes back, Twork's chokes. Now I'm going to be honest. I'm tapping out at this point. I'm tapping out. I'm underwhelmed. Come on, Twork. You were having one of them too. I hate when he gets me like that. Who did he? I hate when he does that. Gets me on that Twork roller coaster. That Twork roller coaster sounds crazy. Gets me on that New Jerusalem roller coaster. Right? It's almost like Nitro at Six Flags. You do click, click, click. All right, here we go. We about to hit the hill. Thrill ride. And then he drops the ball. I have way too much respect for him and expectations of him to continue to allow that to happen and not hold it against him. Now, Twork, I know you're busy. I know you got Ward coming up. I don't give a fuck. Are you the best or are you not? That's up for you to answer that question. Are you one of the best, or are you not? Because I'm going to start grading you off of the performances and not projection. Or if he had, no. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. Too good. Too good to let you get off the hook. I'm sorry. They're not letting John Moran off the hook this year. Down year. Firing his coach. They got 50 wins. So I'm not letting you off the hook. Too much respect for your, your ability. You don't work hard enough. You need to work harder. You're better than that. We need more. Okay, so whatever your prep is, not good enough. More. However many laps we're running at the gym. Turk, I'm like, fat boy shouldn't be talking about running any laps at the gym. That's what he had said to me. We need more. Sorry. I'm sorry. It's 2025, Twork. You are not a work in progress anymore. When I see you outside, I don't care if it's versus Vixen, Prancer, Donald, or Mixon, or whatever the fuck the reindeer Rudolph's name and shit. I need it. I need that Twork. Play with a word like that if you want to. I dare you. I dare you. You're going to get washed. Respectfully. Play with A Ward, you're getting washed. Kind of like you just did it. One night stand. Vixen was on one. She was on that ass. And I love you. Don't call my phone with none of that hostility either. You know I ain't going to do shit but cop a plea. Twork, I ain't mean it like that. Don't call my phone with that shit. I know you're not going to play with Ward like that. That's my problem, though. Why play with Vixen? Why can't we just get it both times? I'm busy, too. I got 7 kids, too. I'll be busy. I know how it is. He might 30 Ward. He's very capable of 30 Ward. Yes, y'all. But I'm not in the mood to talk about that after not getting a complete performance. He was great last night and dropped the ball. Y'all want to talk about his highlights? Fine. I've seen enough Twork highlights. Slick, if he get cooked by A-Ward, we're going to have a conversation. But I'm not going to... A-Ward is one of the most dangerous battle rappers on the planet. On the planet. So, hey, bros, did you put that sausage back in the freezer or did you take it with you? Ward is really one of them. So I'm not going to sit here and act like him losing the Ward is like out of the ordinary. Ward's good. URL fans probably think Ward ain't got a shot, but real battle rap fans know the difference. Respectfully. That's fine. That's fine, Carter Jones. If that's the only round people wanted to give Twork the battle, that's cool. That's cool. For me, I thought Vixen's performance was one of her best ones in a long time, and Twork choking is what bothers me. He's way too good. He's a top 3, top 5 guy in the culture, and I just I'm sorry. I'm critical of that. Because I respect where he should be. Shouldn't have question marks on that type of shit. Solid battle, though. Very good battle. Very entertaining battle. The card is flipping. There's only 4 battles here. So the first 2 was okay. Second 2 are now flipping the card. Because the main event happens. I'm going to be honest with you. Holla'd's first round was good. You know what I mean? It was a longer round. It was lengthy. No diddy. I thought he had some lines that were okay, and I thought he had some lines that didn't get as much love as they should have got. He had a line that was a play on the words, this hustle and flow line where it was hustle and floor, but it was, from the Farrah funeral fight that happened so long ago, but it was fire. I thought he put it together and he delivered it well. Thought they didn't catch that. I called it. It was dope. He had some solid angles, and he was very formidable in his first round. It was a solid opening round, but I watched the round and I said, okay, this is beatable. URL fans are real fans. Oh, you're right. They're real URL fans. If you're a real battle rap fan, they know what I mean, and everybody would know what I mean. There's URL fans that have an undertone about anything that doesn't happen at URL, right? So if it at URL, it don't matter. But I think that has been proven to be false in the last 2 years. But that's what I meant. First round, Holla'd good, but I'm like, all right, if Eb got it, it's lit. Her first round I thought was explosive. Thought she had a very explosive first round. Thought she was on Holla'd ass early. And it was a pretty good back and forth the whole battle. Now, I had one critique about Miss Hustle's performance in totality. I thought there were a couple high clip bars that she over delivered and just over pushed it out. And I thought it hurted the delivery where I was like, that could have bombed a little bit and it didn't land how it should have. That's the only critique I really had for her though. I really thought she was good. You just listen. Her name ain't one of the most hated for any reason. Miss Hustle is not universally liked by a lot of people. That is not a fair enough reason to not credit her greatness. Her first round was very good. That's a good point, Carter, but even if you felt like she wrote down, if her first round was on 9, and then her second was a 7, and then her third was a 6, that's a solid performance, my guy. If your friends won't tell you, you know the rest. But I didn't think Holla wrote up. I thought Holla kind of stayed even all battle. Right? So, for me, I thought it was debatable, but that was on the left side. My mind was pulling me towards Hustle won the battle. I thought she won the battle. I just did. I thought Holla was solid. I was waiting for Holla to, kind of. Pardon me, y'all. Hello? If I cancel the first call, why call right back and not text me? I did cancel the call. I'm working. Is it important? All right. Pardon me, y'all. It's my 16-year-old daughter. You gotta answer those when they double call. I mean, shit. I said, I'm gonna talk to y'all about that tomorrow sometime. The type of shit I'm going through with my 16-year-old. Well, the last 3 weeks have been hell. Hell. Respectfully. Cooking me, Flip. I mean, no, like real life cooking me, bro. Like stress, depression, worried. Yeah, like I'm ready to send it. It's a lot. I'll talk to y'all on another episode of Froze. I don't want it to get misconstrued that I thought that Hitman didn't have a good performance. He did. He did. I thought Miss Hustle was more explosive than him throughout the battle in totality. But it was a good main event. It was worth the money. It saved the event, especially when you pile on the Vixen and the Twork battle that kind of overachieved, in my opinion. Right? All in all, I gave the card a 6. 6.5. And, with 4 battles, with a big battle, major battle being took off the card 48 hours before it even happening. The main event not doing their face-off the night before. A lot of things kind of halted the card. So for it to get to 6.5, and with a good main event and a good co-main, you got to be able to, every card can't be a 10. Every card can't be a 10. You know what I mean? Production, luckily, for the main event was probably the best throughout any of the battles. had the least hiccups during the main event, which matters the most. Respectfully, and it was a solid card. It was a solid card. Yeah, I see a lot of teenage parents in the chat. Yep, I have a 16-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 4-year-old, two 2-year-olds. They're twin boys, and a 5-month-old. All in my house. All in my house. I don't have weekend dad with none of them. They all live with me. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'm telling you. Like, this shit is, this shit's tough. I be, I work all week. I be trying to get active on this channel. Sometimes battle rap be fucking with my spirit. All I gotta do is get on Twitter and scroll up the timeline, and I just be like, ill. I ain't feeling this shit. Ill. Let me get away. It affects me. I don't like even being in that mind frame. You know what I mean? So, I'm even battling. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta write while I'm at work. Or wait till everybody goes to bed. Which by the time all 7 kids are to bed, that could be at 1 a.m. So now I'm writing till 2, 3, but I gotta be up at 7:30. It's tough. It's tough. But I ain't no fucking punk. I do this. Sometimes the haircut gotta wait till next week, right? Sometimes I like to play a little poker. That's a little hobby of mine, right? Sometimes a pair of sneaks gotta wait for me till next week. Those are the sacrifices. You know what I mean? But you bring kids into the world that didn't ask to be here. You just do your fucking job, no matter how hard it is. It ain't none of their fault. I'm horny, can't pull out. Ain't they fault. Gotta feed them now. Fridge gotta be full. And that's all they do. All they do is eat food. I'm telling you, I walk up and down my motherfucking house and just everything is open and half-eaten. Half-eaten Lunchable, half-eaten cookies, half-eaten yogurt. Everything, 2 bites of it, sitting there. Everything, every day. More food gets wasted than ate. That's my biggest pet peeve as a father. That's the thing I don't like as a dad. You go and spend $600 a week on fucking groceries, and $379 of it get wasted. I'd rather donate it to a family in need. I'd rather donate it. Now, hey, yo, big dog. No, my phone bill isn't crazy, and I'm going to tell you why. My kids aren't of the age that had to need phones, right? Only 2 of my daughters need them. My 6-year-old and my 16-year-old. Everybody else, little galaxies that only work on Wi-Fi, right? So that's a little finesse for you. Phone don't ring, phone don't ding. Just works on Wi-Fi. All they want to do is watch YouTube anyway. Right? That's again, Moonlight. I tell you, as a father, you can't sit a cup down. Like, let me say I got a coffee. You see I got a coffee like this? The only time I can enjoy one of these is at the studio. And I'm going to tell you why. I sit my coffee down at the crib. I come back. They sipped 5 different times. And kids, they take nasty sips. They don't take good sips. They take nasty sips. You know what I mean? So, like, if you sit an iced tea down, a drink down, or anything like that for too long and take your eyes off it for more than 2 minutes, it might not be safe to drink that. They kicked over. I mean, all my carpets fucked up. I got throw rugs down now, so I could just replace them. So, yes, father, but you know what? They're a blessing. I was one of the biggest hotheads in my neighborhood. So, they've changed my life. They changed the way I think. They've calmed me down. And they pissed the bed, and that's what it is. That's what it is. You know what I mean? I wouldn't trade my kids for anything. So it is what it is, man. I love fatherhood, and shout out to all the parents. That's yes. I got one daughter. She's the boogie eater. And you know what's crazy? She's my favorite. And I just be having talks with her too. I used to be like, baby, we just gotta stop eating our boogies. You know, we going to school this year. All right. There's gonna be other boogie eaters, but for the most part, you know, that we frown upon that in first grade, in kindergarten. Nah, I don't know what you're, you know. She, okay, daddy. Right back to it. Nasty ass. But I love her though. I love her. That's my baby. She just eat her boogies, and she's my favorite. I tell my lady that all the time. I said, man, I just wish she didn't eat her fucking boogies. You know, you got to be careful playing patty cake with her. You know, she nasty. Nah, I didn't give y'all her name. I ain't give y'all her name. I won't give y'all. I ain't gonna do it like that. 10 years from now, she'll be like, hey, you told him I ate my boogies. Just trying to get her out of that shit. No promo. You know, you try to get them ready to be outside. That's one of my biggest things. Like, you know, my lady don't work. She stay home all day with the kids. I don't trust no daycare workers. I don't trust that they're going to care for my kids. You know, so I take the hit of having to, you know, take care of all the financial shit by myself, because the peace of mind of knowing my kids are being treated right, they're being okay, you know, they're being fed, they're not being affected because some random lady having a bad day at home. Other kids ain't picking with them. You know, so I have a phobia of that as a father, of leaving my kids under the care of somebody who don't love them as much as I do. You know, I don't know if other parents deal with that, but I do. You know, I hate when I send my little girl to first grade. Gotta send her to school, but I hate it. She come home, such and such was messing with me. I want to go whoop that kid's ass immediately. I would be first when she's in first grade. When she come home, such and such hit me. In a perfect world, I'd love to go to that kid's house, take my belt off, and wear his ass out for messing with my daughter. But obviously, that's not possible. You can't do that. But that's the stuff that I deal with. Is I hate sending her to school. I wish I could afford homeschool, so I wouldn't have to worry about any kids picking with her. You know. So I have a phobia of sending my kids anywhere, and sending them to school was big for me because I had to. They're forcing me. So I have a choice to send them to daycare. They're forcing me to send them to school. Like, I'll come and take my kids away if I don't send them to school. No matter if I don't like the principals there, don't like the, you know, and moving isn't realistic right now for just an average family. You can't just pick up and move. They credit checking. They want to, it's just all types of shit. It's just, life is so hard, especially if you have kids. I remember back in the day when we was kids, it just seemed like, you know, if you wanted to get up and move to a different district, you could. But now it's different. You know, so, homeschool is not cheap. And, you know, I'm not a certified teacher. And I work. That's my job. So, you know, you got kids, man. I get it. I relate to most of them. I got so many. There's probably not a situation I can't relate to. You know, my teenager, she's rebelling, you know, disrespecting, lying, you know, and just overall creating a really tough atmosphere in the household last month. And, you know, it's been affecting me, you know, tremendously. It's just like a switch hit, and just the respect level for me has completely went from 9 to 4. Almost as if she knows I can't put my hands on her. I won't put my hands on her. So for real, you know, why not say this, or why not sneak out, or why not lie about this? What the fuck he really gonna do? Yell at me? It's almost like she's figured that out. And it's tough. Because now I'm just trying to get through to her, because I can't fuck her up. I never have, but I can't. In today's society, they won't even let you beat your kids. And what do you look like beating a 16-year-old girl, right? And that's not even my style. But, you know, you feel handcuffed as a parent because they're disrespecting you. They're lying. They're fucking the household up. What can you do? Nah, you ain't lying. And, you know, I remember my mom used to say that when I was 16, doing what I want, and just completely not respecting her authority. You're bullying me. And I never understood it until I started getting bullied in my house by my daughter. You know what I mean? She, you know, so now I'm calling baby moms, you know, hey, yo, she's ready to have to come live with you. And I don't want to feel like I'm giving up on her, but listen, I got 6 other ones, and she's starting to become the bad apple out of the bunch. Now, I never will put her out, but damn it, I'll send her back. Man, I sent that girl up there for 1 week. 1 week. Mom Duke's on the phone. Come get her now. I'm like, you come get her? You can't use that on me. The fuck? I've had her for 11 years. Never could tell you just to come get her. No. I'm not. It's 11 o'clock. I'm high. I'm playing Batman Arkham Knight on my Xbox. No, I'm not coming out nowhere. No. Hell no. Come get her. You shitting me? I'm in my drawers right now. Socks to my knees. Hat to the back. White beater with a 32-ounce cup of ice cold iced tea. 25 blunts in. That's really like 12 blunts, but my blunts be fat. Bet you gonna get me pulled over. DUI. I'm gonna lose my job. And now I'm gonna have to move with you. Hell no, I ain't coming to get her. You live 45 minutes away? You shitting me? Cheez-Its, all types of snacks. I got my snacks. I'm at the crib, y'all. Come on, man. You got to cut me a break. I'm a good father. I ain't a great fucking father. That's 2 different things. She is going through it hormonally. It's going to be that way until she's 18. Next year will be her mom. She gives fever to hang in there. Thank you, Kiki. Thank you. I have already... She said, why you socks, these tube socks with the briefs on? That's my definition of comfy. I'm in the crib, y'all. Y'all didn't have to know that. It's just, it was a side part of the story. I don't know why I told y'all that. It's slightly, Phil. No, but Kiki, you're 100% right. I came to grip with that. This shit only gonna get tougher. But what I will say is, I was so open to sending her back to her mother. Like, whatever. You don't want to respect my rules? You don't want to respect what's going on here? Go ahead and go on about your business. You go live with your mom. So what me and mom agreed to was, all right, she's going to finish the school year out, and then she'll move up with moms this summer. And that 1 week, she came back. She said she didn't want to move with her mom, and her mom like, look, I don't know if this going to work. Mom got 4 kids. Mom got her own situation too. So it's a tough dynamic when your hand, she had me and moms arguing during that week that she was up her mom's that I sent her up there. Now me and moms ain't argued in 10 years. So it was tough. We got into a nasty fight. Now, luckily, we so solid. The next day, we identified, whoa, that ain't how we do it. And then it was what it was and shit. You know what I mean? But her mom definitely did call me in a week. Yo, you got to come get her. Handed her a whole fair one. They rumbled too. They rumbled. It was one of those. And I already know who won that rumble. So, dare I say, I was glad that she rumbled, that her and her mom had that physical altercation, because she needed it. She needed it. She needed that, and I know her mom would never hurt her, but sometimes a little tune-up never hurts the vehicle. A little maintenance, a little software update, it never hurts anything. Respectfully. These kids don't know what a good ass whooping is anymore. They have no clue. The errors are different. I know everybody in this chat has heard their parents say, back in my day, your neighbor could whoop your ass and bring you home and tell you about everybody. Thumb up in the chat if somebody, grandmoms or moms, has said that to them. Listen, back in my day, neighbors could whoop your ass and walk you home. That was our older generation telling us how it was. You know, and now we telling these kids, man, back in the day, my grandma tell me go pick a switch. That was like our era. Right? We 90s kids, 80s kids, we got ass whoopings. It was a part of our childhood. Ass whoopings were normal. Ass whoopings were normal. Back then, they said the neighbor will whoop your ass, take you home, and then you got your ass whooped for the neighbor having to whoop your ass. Yes, we had a neighborhood lady. Her name was Miss Sherry, North Hills Projects. North Hills Projects. She was everybody grandma. She'll whoop any... She was the only lady in the projects that could whip anybody ass. Hold on, y'all. That's bros. I was ready to shut it down. Hold on, y'all.
You got the key? What the fuck you ringing the doorbell for, interrupting my life?
You damn right, it's special guest.
Yes.
Low IQ special.
You see my comment about my little nephew with having the ball hands all the time?
So, you know, so now we can't, an ass whooping is a crime. So these kids, they have no fear of that. How long, I mean, how many times can you yell at them before they realize, yo, he ain't on shit?
16 is the worst age, bro.
North Hills, is that up there near Ambler? Yes, it's actually maybe 7 minutes from Ambler. Project smack that in the middle of Upper Dublin, Pennsylvania.
Will we all agree with that in the chat?
What?
16 for girls is like, it's been the toughest age for me.
16 is by far the toughest age, bros. And not only is it the toughest age.
Remember I told the chat about prom?
Yeah.
The 18-year-old?
Yeah.
My daughter not going to prom now, y'all.
Cause he wouldn't let her go with a senior. So yeah, Soto, that's a great point. We couldn't even be in the same. That's me.
Oh, shit.
Why you fingering my coffee?
My fault, bro.
You put the thumb on the part where I put my lip
That
at.
was mine, bro. That's a mistake.
Bro, go sit down, bro. You want to
What's up, chat?
You want to be a part of the live? Go ahead, mic up. Get the fuck over there and mic up. You want to be a part of it? Come on.
Why you talking to me like that in front of company?
I'm not talking to you like that in front of company. Do you want to be a part of the live
Me in front of company.
or not?
I want to tell my daughter a story too.
Come on, go put the microphones on. Go put the headphones on. Cue the mic up. You on 3?
Let me get a chair. You sure you want to get a chair?
You want to sit next to me? I mean, I didn't want you near me.
I didn't want to complain about the mic. Yo, I could barely hear it. But I think this is. Look at 3 or 4.
Is this me? Is this me?
Can y'all hear bros?
Is this me? Look at the spike. Is
Yeah,
this
yeah,
spiking?
you're spiking.
So, you know, I heard Froze talking about a
Give
situation.
me a thumbs up if y'all can hear bros good.
Thumbs up.
I know, Danny. He didn't fuck this live up. I've seen everybody tell me how good this live is. And at this point, it's like, come on, bros. You want to be a part of the convo?
You inspired me, bro.
Okay.
To hear you talking about real situations, bro.
No, I'm his little bro. Bros is older than me. If you guys don't know that, he's older than me.
you know, like
I know I make him look like my little bro because it'll look like I'll fuck him up at any time, but he's my big bro.
it's so vulnerable and it's so real though, Froze. And I commend you for being able to do that. You know what I'm saying? You know, because, and I think we all start going through some of the same things. Like
Absolutely.
Here I am.
We got daughters 3 months apart,
3
don't
months
we?
apart. And, you know, all year, my daughter has been telling me, oh, I'm going to prom with my friends. I'm going to prom with my friends. And I'm just going to, you know, have fun with my friends. I don't have a date. Nobody asked me. And I'm not really worried about no date, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, a week before tickets are about to end, the sale of tickets are about to end.
Where you can't acquire them anymore.
Right? Yes, there's a week left for tickets.
Okay, let me just speed him up real quick, bros. What Bros is talking about is his daughter came to him a few months ago and told him that she wanted to go to prom with a 18-year-old senior.
Not just a prom, his prom and
prom
hers.
and hers. Two proms. So, Bros did a little investigation.
So as a father, right, at 16 years old, we understand that.
Hold on, I'm gonna speed you up there. Hold on,
go ahead.
Bros did a little investigation for the people who don't know what you're talking about.
Right,
so
right,
Bros
right.
did a little investigation, find out that my niecey, his daughter, is talking to this little boy a little longer than Bros would have liked to know about.
Well, because if I asked her, I said, you know, when I asked her about the tickets, You know, she told me she wasn't talking to nobody, and that was a month prior. So then when she asked me about this boy, I'm like, well, how long you been talking to this boy? And she's like, oh, 3-4 months.
Bro's caught that. Okay, so he shuts it down immediately. Yo,
so you know, it's not even like I shut it down. It was like, well, yo, why you lying to me?
Why you lying to me?
Why you lying to me?
I definitely, I wasn't trying to hijack your story. I was trying to speed him up to where you were.
Yeah. So I already caught her in a lie.
So he shuts it down. You're not going. He's not going to your prom. You're not going to his prom. Find a new date.
Because I'm finding all this information. You know, at 16 years old, I know boys are inevitable, right? We're at that age. Boys are inevitable. It's just what it is. But mamas, you got to be mature enough to talk to me and have conversations with me, especially when I'm asking you questions.
Caught her going to a road football game, a high school football game.
Basketball.
That was a basketball game that was at another high school that she knows she wasn't supposed to be at.
Yeah.
You know,
she bamboozled her mom into that one.
Ended up bamboozled her mom. So now, you know, we catching Niecy, this bro's daughter, same age as my daughter. We, you know, now we catching little breadcrumbs.
And what's scary about, you know, mamas is she gets good grades.
Great. Oh,
she's smart enough to hide behind the good work.
You're talking about honor.
Cerebral.
You're talking about honor roll.
She's
every
cerebral.
marking period. This is a mamba.
Yeah, she is cerebral. You know, she'll show me them all A's, and it's like, well, look, you know,
all A's, and bros melts for all A's.
Like, yo, come on, man. I'm all about the future.
Buying a MacBook Pro.
Come on, man. But I know these boys can mess that up. So I'm finding all this info out in real time, and it's like, well, mamas, I've been giving you opportunities to kind of lead me along this way. So not only do you want to go to, you know, so we got 2 proms, and you want to go to his. So I'm like, what's up, main man 18? I'm like, let me see young boy. He the buffest of the buffest. So young boy look like he's like 27. I'm like, all right, I ain't gonna lie. There's a little too much info all at once for me to just, you know, get behind this.
If I beat young boy to fuck up, it would not be beating a minor up.
No.
It'd just be a fade.
So I said, listen, I'm okay with you going to prom, but I'm not okay with you going to his prom or him going to yours. I felt like, you know, I've caught you lying. You saying you going places, and now we finding out down the road that you went other places. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, mamas, you really tying my hands here. So now her rebel was, I ain't going to prom at all.
Prom now.
And it's like, I don't want to be a third wheel.
He called me with that shit.
Well, because, you know, like, it's like, yo, the whole time you were saying it didn't matter about a date, and now you're saying the whole reason why you don't want to go to prom is because you ain't got a date. You don't want to be the third wheel. And as a dad, as a person that was in high school, I understand that. I understand the female wanting to be courted, wanting to be asked, and things like that. That's why I was giving you the opportunities to you know, bring me along the way. You ain't trust me enough to be able to take that information in and understand it, understand where you at. So I can't trust that you're gonna be out here making the right decisions with this grown man. Because that's what he is at 18, 19. He's able to do things that you ain't able to do.
And let's be honest.
I got a decision to make here.
So now Niecy not going to prom at all. Which, I'm gonna be honest with you. Wild fucking corny on her part, but kids are corny.
Because it's like, you know, me and her mom are making it about us, right? We're like, yo, you don't think we wanted to see you off the prom? You don't think we wanted to have those memories? Right. But look, I can't go back on it. I can't.
But because you can't go with Leonardo DiCaprio, now you don't want to go. You want to steal the moment from us.
Come on,
you know what? I told bros when he called me, man, fuck that. She want to be a goofy. She want to miss her junior prom because she can't go with the ball.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Miss the prom then. That's how.
So what I really wanted to say, right, Raw? You get in those tough places where my daughter does get good grades.
Great grades.
She isn't disrespectful.
She's not disrespectful.
Right? She don't disrespect. She's good in school. All her teachers love her.
I'm jealous.
All her aunts and uncles love her. Right? Her grandparents, they all love her. Everybody do anything for her.
Yeah.
So she's like, well, why y'all so strict? Why can't I just do? You know, one of her things is, yo, can my friend take me home or can I ride? And I said, yo, listen, I don't really feel comfortable with you getting in the car with kids, driving around with kids. I know I did it, but you know, I just don't feel comfortable with it. I'll come get you. Before I say, yeah, go get in another student car. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, cause I don't know if you have enough funk in you to be like, yo, you driving crazy right now. Let me out. I'll call my people to come get me. You know what I'm saying? Or anything.
So just to piggyback, my daughter gets extremely upset when she wants to go somewhere, and if I'm like, I'm not going nowhere today.
Yeah.
All right. Well, a completely hypothetical name. Well, Tasha can pick me up. She's 17. She got a license. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, fuck Tasha and her license.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, why can't I get in a, she has a license. Like the state of Pennsylvania literally granted her permit and her license. And I said, well, the state of Pennsylvania might not know that when she drives and she gets a text message, she does this. I can't control that.
Yeah.
So if she's running a red light, a yellow light, and y'all get smacked by another car and you're dead, guess what? I can't cuss her out and I can't whoop your ass because y'all were irresponsible. You're gone. Your life's ruined. My life's ruined, right? I am not putting your safety in the hands of another child.
I didn't mean to hijack this live, Froze. I just wanted to get that off my chest, Froze.
I allowed you to pull up. Don't ever get that mistake. I allowed you to be a part of this.
I just wanted to get that off my chest because it's been weighing heavy on me.
Yeah,
man.
it has
Like,
been. I know. It's
and it's we're just at that part in life. You know what I mean? And
hold on, bros. Big shot Kev. That's unfair because that could be the other driver and not her friend. That's a great point, Kev. And I want to tell you something about that. That's my daughter's go-to line. See, God made you tweet. God made you comment that. That's my daughter's go-to line. Well, that's not fair. It's not fair. That's all she says to me. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. And we had a conversation recently, and I told her, I said, at my job, I have 3 credited accidents in the 3 years that I've worked at this job. All 3 of them are not my fault. 2 of them happened when I weren't even in the vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one, a driver ran a red light. I honked at him. And not only did he not brake check me, he completely stopped in the middle of a highway on-ramp and I slammed in the back of him. If I wake up tomorrow, go to work, come home, park my van in front of my crib, and somebody driving by while I'm taking a nap in my house sideswipes my card, I'm getting fired. That'd be my 4th accident. Getting fired. It's not fair. None of these accidents were my fault. Life is not fair. And the moment you can get your child to understand that a little bit, because it's hard. You got to go through life to really get that part. But that's what I drive home to my 16-year-old. Fuck fair. Please stop with the it's not fair shit. Fair doesn't exist.
You know what else grinds my
You're
gears?
going to run in life way more unfair scenarios
It's a fact.
than fair. So get comfortable with the unfair shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's fucking life.
Yep.
And I try to drive that home to her.
I mean, that's something that we don't figure out until 30s, right, bro?
Bro, I
know what I'm saying?
just figured that out in the last 5 years that, oh shit, life isn't fair. I get it now.
You know what else gets me, bro? Is the people that are older than us that be like, well, if you're too strict and if you don't let them do anything, they're just going to go behind your back and do it anyway.
You're going to rebel.
Do you remember what you were doing when you were kids?
Yes.
And it's like, yes, I remember all those things.
Yes.
And that's why I'm the way I am. But what's the better option? Oh, let's just let her do something that ain't a good idea, or that's wrong or bad, or she not ready for, and just let her do it anyway, so she just don't rebel. It's like, well, if she's going to rebel, she's going to rebel anyway.
She's going to rebel anyway. And I think
I'm not letting her do something that I feel
I'm not comfortable with.
Yeah, I'm just not doing it.
Absolutely not. I'm not doing it. And I'm not apologizing for it either. And, I think that the fact that, the punishment and the repercussions for bad behavior is so limited for a parent nowadays, right? Society has literally created an atmosphere for parents to be walked all over.
Facts.
And
these kids know it.
And the kids know it.
They know
it. They know it. And once they figure it out, all bets are off.
I mean, I couldn't Google the number of social services when I was, 5, 6, 7. I ain't know what that was.
And it's funny because I didn't have a dad in my house growing up.
And ass whooping wasn't child abuse when we was growing up, bro.
No. And it's a privilege to have that. It is. It's tough. I grew up in a split home.
If I was in the hood and I mean, there's older ladies that would babysit me. If they caught me acting up, they'd whoop my ass and go back and tell my mom.
They just said, was there a neighborhood lady? And I was telling them about Miss Sherry.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I was talking about when I said lady. It's a couple mean old asshole ladies too, babysitters, man.
Miss
I used to
Vicky,
hate going over there.
Miss Vicky, Mr. Charles.
Oh my God.
I mean, you talking about, I actually forgot about them. That was her whole squad. Miss
Yeah.
Sherry and her whole squad whoop your ass.
And she was the nicest one, and she was mean.
Miss Sherry was the nicest of her squad, and damn it, was she mean. But you know what, though? Till this day,
Yeah.
kids respect that lady.
Yeah.
And she ain't whooping ass no more.
Yeah.
Now it's just a presence. Everybody respects this lady. You know what I mean? And I love her dearly. And you know, I didn't start realizing how much I love Miss Sherry until I became an adult and appreciated what she was to the neighborhood in a project full of bad kids, drug dealers and low income families that struggle day to day, that all dealt with, you know, fucked up shit. And we were smack dab in the middle of them projects with them, and we were a part of that. Damn it, we were the light skinned kids too. You know,
Whenever I go see them older, you know, those elders raw, like I always apologize to them and thank them. I mean, I had this, you know, my daughter's middle school. I went to that same middle school for a year, and we had one of the same teachers. And on her graduation, you know, I went up to her and I gave this teacher a hard time. I hated her, right? And I only hated her because she was, you know, she was kind of strict and she didn't go for my excuses and my bullshit. You know what I'm saying? She went for it. You know, I would curse this lady out. I would get kicked out of her class all the time. Like, I gave this lady such a hard time. And when I seen her at my daughter's graduation, I went up to her and told her how good of a teacher she was and how anything that me and her went through was not on her. It was always me.
Yeah.
She was right. I was wrong. I was an asshole. You just expected more out of me and you knew I could give you more. And I was just too lazy to see it for myself. So I wanted to tell her how good of a teacher she was and apologize. The lady started crying. Gave me a hug and thanked me for that.
You know how many people probably never told her that. And that, you know, I tell you what, that probably meant a lot to her. And,
Sure.
and Miss Sherry, before she retired, Miss Sherry got to my daughter, who 16-year-old, was one of her last classes, one of her last pre-K classes. My daughter had the privilege of going to the same pre-K I did. And the same lady, Miss Sherry,
Mine too.
worked there, pre-K in the projects. And she, you know, my daughter had tough days in school, not with Miss Sherry. Never had a problem with Miss Sherry, never. You know, so man, she was a beautiful soul, and I wish there was a lot more Miss Sherrys in the neighborhood, and it was allowed today because, you know, these kids need their ass whooped. They need their ass whooped.
Yeah.
You know, my daughter got in a fight at the mall a couple months ago. You know, I hate these kids, man. And apparently one of the girls she was fighting, phone went missing during the fight. And she felt like my daughter had took the phone while they were fighting. So I get a phone call, and you know, I answer the phone call, and I go look out the window, and it's 3 16 to 18-year-old boys out front of my house with ski masks going up to their eyebrows.
Don't even know you could have lit their asses
These
up.
young boys don't know how close they were to their life ending that day. Not because I'm a gangster, not because I'm a tough guy, because I'm a father.
Got a family to protect.
I'm a gun owner. Yeah. and I'm like that when it comes to my family. And I never felt so intimidated by kids. I knew they were in high school, but again, they're standing out front of my house at 9 p.m. with ski mask up to here. How do you approach that situation safely? How do you do it? I'm clutching because I don't know if they clutching. Now, the fucked up part is that's the dress code nowadays. Because I went to a basketball game, a high school basketball game, and all the kids were wearing ski masks. All the kids were wearing ski masks. You know, so luckily, you know, I'm not a punk. I was able to go out there, talk to them young boys, check their situation, and they were innocent kids. They had the outfit on, they had the costume on, but they wasn't like that. They weren't like that. You know what I mean? So went and had a conversation with them, let them know how unsafe it was to be doing what they were doing. And you know, back then, that's not something that was normal during our childhood. 3 people from high school pulling up to your house with ski mask on. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's tough, man. These kids are different. A lot of their parenting is different. There's not a lot of hands-on parents. You know, you get into it with some of these parents and you get in a conversation with them and you realize, damn, you the problem. You got kids raising kids with kid mentality. You know what I mean? I'm just so glad they didn't pump fake, you know, because I might have made a mistake. So, you know, I got a lot of kids in this house. You know what I mean? So,
I mean, think about it though. These young wolves is wearing ski masks and poo shiesties just on regular like outfits, right?
Yes,
like regular outfits, and wonder why they be getting pressed or wondering why. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand the ski mask in 80-degree weather, in 90. Young boy, I know you can't breathe. Take the hoodie off, like.
Right.
What are we doing?
Ski mask, Nike Tech is their uniform. Can't tell the steppers from good kids. They all look alike, and I think that's the part that's sad for the kids. You know, it's a dress, it's a costume, and you know it could get you in some trouble wearing that costume with police officers, fathers, anybody. You know what I mean? And you know, it's tough. It's sad. It's sad. It's unfortunate, and you know, it's the timing. You know, it's the timing, and I wish there were more parents that felt like this, that were hands on. You know what I mean? I see a lot of parents that feel like this in the chat, but some of you from Milwaukee, Chicago, it's the community that raises kids. Communities really raise kids. Where you grow up at, the standard around your community, the neighborhood, the vibe around the neighborhood, that's what also raises your children. You know, my mom didn't just raise me. You know, Norristown raised me. Crestmont Projects raised me. North Hills Projects raised me. These neighborhoods also raised me. You know, my mom raised me when I was in the house. When I was outside, it was what it was outside. Whatever was outside was what we was into. The communities are dead. There's no soul in the communities no more. Right? There's
we having kids younger and younger.
You know, there's no rhythm. There's no rhythm to the rhyme anymore. You know what I mean? It's everybody just lives individually.
I mean, if you just think about it, Raw, I'm at these graduations. I'm not even 36. Like, I'll be 35. I'll be 36 when my daughter graduates.
I'll be 34.
30. Wait. How old am I right now? How old are you, Raw?
I'm 32.
So I'll be 35 this year.
You know, so and you'll be watching your daughter graduate
with parents that are so much older than me, right? Like,
yes,
you know what I'm saying. So I also think that has a lot to do with it too. We having kids younger and younger and younger.
Well, I was gonna say, I remember this girl at the park cussed me out. You know what I mean? And you know, I told her, you know, why don't you go get your parents? Well, the little girl left the park. Went and got her mom. This was a minute ago. Who are you to tell my daughter to go get her mom? That's how she approached me. Right? Oh, man, I'm not going to lie to you. She was out here cussing. You know, I just told her, you know, probably shouldn't be using curse words. You're not old enough to be using curse words. And also, there's other kids around. Yeah, but you don't tell my daughter to do nothing. You ain't heard it. I'm like, man, we chopped. We're cooked. We couldn't get nowhere. Your daughter was completely in the wrong. Disrespectful. Right? Told her don't curse. She cussed me out. Told her go get her mom. Thought maybe her mom was a good mom. It's a lot of moms like that mom walking around. Right? We're all individual. Don't tell my daughter nothing. Don't fuck with my daughter.
You know what's funny? I would have went and got my... It's funny. I would have went back to the park with my daughter, right? Mm-hmm. And I'd have checked her for thinking that it's okay to be disrespectful to adults and then to come get me like I'm going to be okay with it. Right? So especially if all you said was go get your mom. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't have, because that's a big thing for me. And I tell my daughter this all the time. Listen, we're not gonna be disrespecting elders and disrespecting adults. That shit ain't cute or cool. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, it's not.
So I'm never behind that ever. I'm never gonna be behind that. So it's not your place.
So you know, for me, the society that we live in now is it's imperative to teach in the house. You know, you have to drill that home.
She
you
mad at
have
you for
to.
saying go get her. Ain't say nothing to her daughter about cursing.
Cussing me out.
Come on,
right?
man.
And all I wanted to do was tell her, hey, listen, I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know if little sis over here, fuck this, fuck that, this and that, all around this park. That's a reflection on you. You know what I mean? That's a reflection on you. Her mom walked to the park, F this, F that, and it's, oh, all right, I see where she get it from. Now, I feel sorry for the child. You know, now I feel bad for the child. You're setting her up for failure. She's gonna be in school
Is
talking.
it not embarrassing,
hold on.
Ross?
She's gonna be because I know the system, Squeeze. So it's like, well, hold on. Okay, so your daughter just cussed all the adults out at the park. Somebody said, go get your mom. You went and got you. She went and got you. You came out here, cussed everybody out at the park in front of her. She's gonna be in school cussing teachers out. And you know what they're going to be doing? They're going to be telling you need to get her evaluated. They're going to put her on an IEP. She's going to continue to cuss teachers out because her mom does it. Her mom doesn't hold her accountable. She'll be in a girls' school by the time she's 14. They're going to have her in a system.
Well, as a parent, are you
Never
not
in a system.
Are you not embarrassed as a parent? Like if another parent comes to you saying, like how filthy they saw your daughter talking or caught your daughter, I'd be embarrassed.
Embarrassed, yes,
I'd be
very,
embarrassed.
very, very much embarrassed because it's a reflection on the parent.
I'd be embarrassed.
It's the reflection on the parenting. Hey, man, I want to tell you guys, you know, how do you feel about non-parents trying to parent your child? I think it's situational, Natasha. That's all situational. Sometimes there are good adults and other good parents that might be able to teach your kid a lesson.
And Natasha, I'm with you.
And maybe get through to something and saying it in a different way than you might be saying. Because to be honest with you, for most of our kids, we're tape recorders. We try to figure out a way to change it, but we're still just trying to drill the same shit into them and the same principles and the same thought process. So for me, it's situational. But
I used to tell my little cuz all the time because you know he would take up for Niecy. You know, you being strict, you little, and I'm like, yo, cuz when you get some fucking kids, then you come back and tell me how strict I'm being. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
For real.
right.
Don't talk to me from a place of where you were at.
And now
high
he
school.
cussing out his 2-year-old all day. Every day he cussing 2-year-old. Same way telling you to why it's crazy.
These damn kids.
You don't have a
It's
clue.
like-
Hey, man, shout out to all good parents out here. This was a great conversation. I love when we get to talk about conversations like this. Tomorrow, the first episode of the lead up for Apollo will be dropping. Tuesday, an episode will be dropping. Wednesday, an episode will be dropping. We'll have a video on this channel every fucking day this week. If your friends won't tell you, Frozy will. Love talking to you guys like this. We'll start having more streams like this where we can just relate. We can shoot the shit. And also, don't ever mind. Know this. No Frozen Bros has a strong foundation. Right? Mark, that's a great question. Yes, we'll do a call-in episode. Absolutely, we will incorporate that.
You know what else
And,
I want to get back to doing too? Is to have people send their music in and have us rated. I thought that shit was
I
fun.
want that too. Also, too, know me and bro are so locked in and solid. When you see another blog or throwing shit on our name, trying to smear campaign us, we're not bothered at all. We are built for this shit. Shit means nothing. My brother's my best friend. I don't need any other friends in this culture, and I know I don't have any other friends in this culture. I have people I'm cool with, people I like, people that like me. We're associates, but just know that our foundation and our structure is in place, and it'll always be like that because we solid individuals. Again, man, this was a great conversation. Make sure you turn your notifications on. Make sure you hit the like button. Everybody, if you don't, go to my new page. I didn't block you. Twitter kicked me off for telling a fan mother to SMD because he disrespected one of my kids. Completely was out of line. I regret it, but I can say this. If I had another chance to do it over, I probably would have told his mother to do it again. So with that being said, go on Twitter. I am Froze. Follow my new page. Trying to build that back up. The lead up for Apollo, Monday dropping tomorrow. Look for that. Hit the like button. Love is love. We'll see you next time.
Big Bros, big Bros.